In the dying light of the burning twin suns, the battlefield on Lorthix 7 was silent. Smoldering husks of machines and bodies, both human and alien, lay scattered across the red soil. The Alliance had won the fight, but at a terrible cost. Dr. Elias Kale, a seasoned combat medic from Earth, stepped over a collapsed exosuit, his scanner sweeping for life signs. Every time he found a faint blip on his HUD, he ran, hoping for one more soul to save. Then his scanner beeped. Beneath the rubble of a collapsed alien crawler tank, a soft, steady signal pulsed. Elias dropped to his knees and began digging. The structure creaked ominously above, but he didn't stop. Moments later, he uncovered her, a young Zalari girl, maybe in her early cycles. She was unconscious, her body pinned beneath a beam, her lower limbs twisted unnaturally. Her chest rose and fell, barely. He whispered under his breath, "Hold on, kid." She was the daughter of High Commander Tseril of the Zalari Dominion, a war-hardened leader, feared and respected. Unknown to Elias, she'd been a non-combatant observer, there against her father's wishes. Elias stabilized her as best as he could and carried her through the chaos to his triage shuttle, defying orders to evacuate only Terran wounded. No one questioned him. His face, worn, bloodied, determined, dared anyone to stop him. 2 days later, aboard the medical frigate Solace, Elias sat beside her biopod. She was still unconscious, but her vitals were stable. A scan confirmed the worst, complete paralysis from the waist down. A clean break in her spinal matrix. No known Zalari tech could fix it. That's when the door hissed open. Tseril entered. He was massive, armored even here, with skin like molten stone and eyes that seemed to pierce time itself. Soldiers and staff froze. Elias didn't. "You're the human who saved her," the alien said. Elias nodded. "She'll live. But, she may never walk again." Tseril approached the pod, laying a clawed hand gently on the glass. "She was everything to me. The only part of this war I never wanted touched." His voice cracked slightly. "She still can be," Elias said. "We have experimental spinal regrowth techniques. They're dangerous. No promises. But if she's willing to try, I'll stay by her side through it." Tseril turned. His stern expression didn't falter, but his voice softened. "In my culture, we owe life debts. Deep ones. For saving her, I owe you 1,000 lives. I have no intention of repaying in war or blood. Instead, I offer her to you." Elias blinked. "What?" "She is yours now, if you accept. To care for. To guide. She is no longer royalty, not in the eyes of the Dominion. She is yours, human. I give her to you freely." The offer was strange, alien, almost transactional. But Elias looked back at her peaceful face, her fingers twitching slightly in response to the neural stimulator. "I'm not taking ownership of a person," he said quietly. "But I'll protect her. Heal her, if I can. And I promise you, she'll have a life worth living." Tseril nodded, not fully understanding the nuance, but accepting it. Weeks turned into months. Elias worked tirelessly. Rehabilitation. Neural regrowth therapies. Pain. Setbacks. But the Zalari girl, whose name was Lyra, was fierce. She screamed through therapy sessions, then laughed through the tears. She called Elias strange uncle, in her native tongue, which eventually became simply, document. She learned Terran languages. She read human books. And as her body healed, she asked questions. Why did humans help others so freely? Why risk so much for strangers? Elias smiled every time and said, because sometimes, it only takes one kind act to change a life. One day, while testing a new neural exoframe, she took 3 trembling steps. The med bay erupted in cheers. She collapsed into Elias's arms, laughing and crying, saying, "I walked, document. I walked." Cyril visited again, watching her walk, awkward but proud. "She chose her path," he said quietly to Elias. "I thought giving her away was a surrender. But I see now, I gave her a chance." "You didn't give her to me," Elias replied. "You gave her to herself." Years later, Lyra became a symbol of peace. The bridge between Earth and Zalari. She walked at the head of a new alliance, not because she was a commander's daughter, but because she had lived, suffered, healed, and chosen compassion over vengeance. And by her side stood the human who once carried her through fire, never seeing her as a burden, only as someone worth saving.